My name is Samantha Ord and I'm a sports media major. I began my job as a campus tour guide in about January of this year. All I did to apply was just put my resume onto hireosugrads.com, and about a week and a half later I got an email to interview with the tour director at the Alumni Center. I love giving tours because of all the interesting people I get to meet. There are people from all over the state and even all over the country that come to see OSU. My job is really amazing because I get to spend hours just bragging on how incredible Oklahoma State is, which is easy because there are just so many things to talk about. Homecoming is actually one of my favorite talking points because any alumni on my tour usually pitch in with their own stories about their glory days as students. On a normal Saturday tour, I'll lead my group to places of residential life and talk about possible living opportunities. We go to Iba Hall in one of the villages so they can get a good view of what it would be like to live on campus in a community environment and a suite-style environment. It's usually the parents that have the most questions on this part of the tour. We always go into the Colvin, so I can describe how easy it is for OSU students to stay fit and active, and the prospective students are always interested when it comes to the programs the Colvin offers, like the rock climbing wall, intramurals, and group exercise classes. Whenever I give tours, I always like to throw in jokes to make it fun, but some people don't really laugh. One time I told all the prospective students that they had to find me and buy me blueberry muffins with their meal plan, but they all thought I was serious. Nobody actually laughed at it, so that was awkward. But thankfully, more often than not, I have a good group who are polite enough to laugh at my jokes. It's always really cool when I get to give tours to see how people react to our campus. Oklahoma State is so pretty, and there are a lot of places that everyone loves to spend extra time at. At Theta Pond, I always stay a little longer than anyone else, just because it's a calming view, and a lot of the time there are students hanging out on the benches there. I feel like it's sort of a cliche college scene, and potential students can picture themselves there. Library Lawn is a good place to stop also, because there's a garden with colorful flowers that make the whole area by the Student Union look really scenic. The parents usually try to get their kids to take a picture here, throwing up their pistols, so that's always funny to watch. I think that it just kind of shows how pretty this part of campus is if people are wanting to photograph it all the time. I work with some really cool people, and I love that being a tour guide brought me to them. What is so important about having student tour guides is that they are more relatable when trying to convince people why Oklahoma State is the best option for college. With students, they can talk about how they made their decision to come to OSU because we were in the position of having to choose schools not too long ago. It makes the whole tour experience more authentic, I think. This college job is one that I would definitely recommend to any students working toward a public relations, strategic communications, or journalism degree because you make connections with all sorts of people. This job also really prepares me for my own career goals because I get to make connections with people and promote something I love. But mostly I love giving tours because I love watching kids fall in love with Oklahoma State University. Go Folks!